two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion.
Out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start at the 25. To throw, it's Lagway. He dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
It's exactly what you want to see as a player. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field to 5 wide. 2nd down. They're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they wrap it up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
QB keeper all the way. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 2 in the 1 territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
It's a shotgun run call. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
First and 10 now for the offense. To throw, it's Lagway.
Looking to scramble. Heavy pressure, he lets it go.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Here's the second down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense.
On the run, it's Moulton. Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. They strike first in this national title bout.
So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Handoff here from the shotgun. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years, Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
And there's the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. 2nd down play coming up.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. He escapes the pocket.
Quick completion to the tight end.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket and away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards and that 1st down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Gonna run it. It's Pringle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Right down the middle, it's Wilson.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
The completion sets up a 2nd down play. He'll hand it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? It's a bootleg looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
He keeps it on the design run. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10. The Gators will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The shotgun handoff here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to pass. It's Russell. Grab near the sticks. It's Porton. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back. The pass rush closing in. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
A big gain, and the offense will obviously decline the penalty. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch, and he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. is a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown! As they answer with their first score of this title game.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking downfield. It's Russell. Quick throw to the left. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. The defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this big a stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. There's the handoff. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain.
The spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Makes the grab. It's Wilson. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Can he make it to the marker? The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout.
Chris, how about that by this running back? Got behind his pads and that big offensive line, able to pick up that first down. He just kept pushing through that line until he got to the mark.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. That's caught. It's Brown. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
And the player is down injured after that last play. They take a timeout or they check him out. Looking to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Brown. The completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a fourth down call. He's looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Offense threatening now.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Gators. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Back to pass. It's Russell. Quick throw to the left. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, it's another huge game for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Horton. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. The field goal is good. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick it deep to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Let's start with the 25. Game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. Only a short gain in that one. Defense able to pen him in.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. To the air, it's Russell. Finds his man, it's Williams. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Bringing pressure. Grab down the middle. It's Pringle. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Design quarterback run. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Dropping back, it's Russell. He bought some time, now lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Horton. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Getting set. It's 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. 1st down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. We'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they jump on top here in the second half.
So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kurt?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Florida offense retakes the field. He hands it off when they're done. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Dropping back. It's Lagway. Caught near the sticks. It's Moulton. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A quick throw out left, complete. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stop the ball at the 44.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. In an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Using his legs on the scramble. And he went out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down mark.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. They look to throw it here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Wilson.
They finally stop him all the way down at the 6-yard line.
So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. An exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. The Gators will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Off the
Play fake, looking to pass it. Touchdown, Florida. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start with the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. And the defense come up with answers this time. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking for the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Catch made on the out route. Breaks into the clear. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you say, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fires it on the move. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Looking to throw it on first down. On the move now. Lets it go on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Nowhere to run, but corralling for no gain.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. He's got it right near the end zone. Receiver steps out just short of the goal line.
Well, this quarterback puts it to the big man once again. And I tell you, the matchup with this tight end against this secondary, you know, if they put a corner on him, he's too small. If they put a safety on him, he's too slow. They've been able to find those one-on-one matchups.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tide. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Coach deciding to go for two, trying to cut this lead to a field goal late in the game. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The obvious move here is to go for a 2-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for his big tight end. It is intercepted.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on a 2-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start with the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Leaning on the run game here late. Fights through a tackle. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands, let him work his magic.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Give it to the back again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Now they try to run it here on second down, unable to get the first down. And now, late in a game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion, the clock will stop, or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
him short to try to pick it up on the ground. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw. It's Russell. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
So the offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's first and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he starts out of bounds just short of the end zone. Second and goal for the offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. The receiver grabs it. Touchdown! This air attack is still unstoppable.
Chris, I mean, this game is essentially over, and these guys are still fighting and trying to get the ball into the end zone, and they do. Those are the kind of things that coaches pay attention to, and really you start to learn about who are your fighters, who are your foxhole guys. We're learning that about this team today.
They'll lose a hard-fought game. They'll kick the PAT as a formality. PAT is good. They still trail. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. We're the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Florida Gators.